welcome to Sammy Scrolls, where I tell you all about some of the best books out there. In this episode, we're looking at Rey's Survival Guide. Rey is the lead character in the latest Star Wars movie, The Force Awakens, and there's actually been a lot of backlash about there not being enough merchandise for Rey, but all of the male characters are more than adequately represented in merchandise, and I kind of tend to agree. Rey is awesome. I wasn't a big fan of Star Wars before the latest movie, and now I'm completely obsessed, and Rey is a large part of that. This book is obviously aimed at children, but I still really loved it. Being new to the whole Star Wars franchise and the ways of the Force, this book actually was really interesting because I got sort of like a gentle introduction to Rey and the world that she lives in, and I also got to meet some of the species and just learn a little bit about them and why they do what they do. And Rey goes into droid speak and how she's able to understand BB-8, and it also goes into a lot of the jets and the fighter ships and all of that sort of stuff. It's not really what they're called, but you know what I mean. It goes into all of the ships, there's the word I'm looking for, in enough detail that you get an idea of what they're about, but not so much detail that you're completely overwhelmed and confused. So this book really complements the movie quite well, because there's a lot of questions about Rey and how she miraculously is awesome at everything, and this book shows you that that's not the case. Rey was actually writing this, I guess maybe she started writing it years before the time where the movie's actually set, but she goes into how she got so good at the things that she does. Like, she wasn't just miraculously able to speak to BB-8. While scavenging on Jakku, she started studying languages of the different species because she had to survive, and in order to survive, she had to be able to communicate. So she doesn't speak just droid speak, she speaks different languages of the different species on Jakku. Not fluently, but enough to get by, which is why she had a rough idea about what was going on with BB-8, but like enough to know that he was important, but not enough to completely understand everything that was happening. Rey has been living in an abandoned AT-AT since she was a little kid, and because of that experience, that's how she knows so much about ships and how to repair them and how to fly them. The only way to live on Jakku is to scavenge parts from those ships and trade them into the blobfish to get food. So having done that since she was tiny, like, she has been on Jakku for as long as she can remember and had to deal with those ships and that way of life, so of course she's going to figure out how things work and how you would fly them. And she has a simulator, which isn't exactly the same as flying, but she didn't just miraculously know how to do all that stuff. She's been stranded on Jakku since she was a little girl and has been gaining those skills along the way, so it's not that she's just suddenly this character that is unrealistic. Once you know her backstory, she's even more awesome, because this isn't just something that Disney decided she'd suddenly be able to do and make it a female character that's completely unrealistic. There's a whole backstory to her and a reason that she is the incredible character that she is, and this book, even though it's for kids, is so vital. Like, to know all of her backstory and get to understand why she is the person she is, it really adds to the movie. Speaking of, the writers did something really clever, and the end of this book, the last chapter, is actually Rey writing during the time of the movie, so she's discussing BB-8 and the Millennium Falcon and all that sort of thing, and she goes into her feelings about that, so you feel like you're more connected to Rey because you know what she was thinking and feeling at certain points in the movie, and it makes you just want to go back and watch the movie again, because now I know her so much better and I know her motivations, and it just makes her such a, like, she's already an intriguing character, but so much more now that I know, like, her story. Personally, I do think this is a really great book for kids, but I also think it's really good for people that are new to the franchise, because I didn't really know what an AT-AT was. I was calling it an AT&T because I'd seen that before. So now I've really learnt a lot about Star Wars, and I get things a little bit more. All the different species aren't so daunting, and how everything works in the world is starting to become a little bit more clear. So if you've got a little kid at home that loves Star Wars, this is a great book, but if you're like me and you're new to the whole a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away thing, this is a really handy book to pick up, because it's so easy to read, so easy to understand, and then you'll be able to go back and watch the movies and have a bit more of an idea of what's actually going on. Basically, in conclusion, Rey is awesome. That's just how it is, and we did more stuff of her because she's brilliant. But let me know what you think of Star Wars. Did you like Star Wars before the 7th movie? If you did, what did you think of it? Or are you like me, and I'd watched all the Star Wars before, and they were okay, but I didn't get what all the fuss was about. Like, I wasn't really all that into it. And then now, because of the 7th movie, I'm reading all of the Star Wars books, I've rewatched the movies, I'm absolutely obsessed with it. So, were you like me before the 7th movie, or did the 7th movie change your mind and now you're mad into Star Wars? What's your opinion? Let me know on Facebook or in the comment section below, and if you've got a book that you'd like to see me read on Sammy Scrolls, let me know. That's about it. So, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and she'll see you next time. Bye!